Good morning, everyone. This is Darla Jones, and we are talking about spiritual entrepreneurs. Today is day 5. It is October the 27th, and we're taking our text from Colossians chapter 4, verses 3 through 6. Now, I'm not going to take the time to read that, but it's basically 4 steps of winning a soul. And the first one is to pray for open doors. The second one is to ask for boldness to speak. And the third one is to have an honorable reputation, which is so very important as a Christian. We represent the Lord. Number 4 is to use gracious words. So today, we're going to be talking about one of our 9 characteristics of successful entrepreneurs. Now, this is from a worldly standpoint, but we're going to apply it spiritually. And today we're going to talk about the ability to network. This is a new term over the last few years, but it's really powerful when you connect it with winning people to God. So I looked it up, and here are some tips that Google gave me. And it says, number 1, meet people through people. So it's about connecting with other people through the people you know, whether it's your neighborhood, your job, even your family. Just meeting people through people. So expanding your territory, not just being closed into my 4 and no more. Always wearing a happy face. And if you want to write down these bullet points, go ahead. So making sure that when you are out and among, and I really think it starts in your home, when you're out and among people, having that face that's inviting, not that sour, stressed out or worried or angry or depressed look, but putting on that face that people are attracted to you. The second one is leveraging social media. Hey, social media, we all know, can be a very negative, addictive thing, but we don't have to use it that way. We can use it in a way that glorifies God. So leveraging social media might be putting out, testimonies of what God has done in your life in a way that is acceptable to others, that is pulling them in, putting out scriptures, things that encourage. The next one is don't take too much time. And it really ties in with the 4th one, which is let the other person speak. These 2 steps or areas of networking are so important, and they're really something we have to discipline ourselves to do, is being a good listener, listening well. One aspect says to listen to be heard. So you are interested in that other person. Most of the time, we all just talk about ourselves. I mean, I found myself doing that way too many times. But this says listen to others. And then you can tie in the 5th one, and that's ask questions. So you don't want to get too personal with people, but if you see that they're willing to open up and talk about their life, ask them questions. How long have you known the Lord? Or maybe they don't even know the Lord. You can ask these questions. Ask questions that are not offensive. Sometimes you can premeditate and think on these questions to ask that would open up a conversation to direct it in that way. And then the next one is to present a success story. Wow, this is powerful because God has given you a testimony. He has worked in your life. He has shown Himself mighty, and you need to always have a testimony ready to share what God has done for you. Don't make it too long, but condense it and make it powerful and to the point. The next one is find a reason to follow up. And a good friend of mine showed me the importance, as I watched her life, how she deals and interacts with people. And she is so good at following up. It's easy to lose people in the cracks. But if we are willing to follow up with them and stay connected, even if it's a text or a phone call or meeting for lunch, always try to find a way to follow up. And then it says, remember to say thank you. I think that is part of a gracious words. Hey, thanks so much for spending time with me. Thank you for your openness to talk. The next one is be generous in encouragement, and that goes along with those gracious words that is found in Colossians 4. Be generous with your encouragement. Find something about that individual that you can compliment, that you can encourage them in some way, encourage them in the word. And then the very last thing is simply letting go of rejection. Not everyone is going to receive the message. Not everyone is going to have good ground for the seed of the word to be planted in. But you have to understand that they aren't rejecting you, they're rejecting the message of Christ. So you're letting that go and you're not taking that offense to it. Sometimes people will reject you the first time, but then God opens another door, and then over time they actually see the power of God in your life and it changes them. So remember that as you're connecting with people, as you're networking with people, you're always looking for someone to make a difference in their life. And do not be stuck on a certain age, a certain social status, a certain gender or race. Be open to anybody. Let God bring people in your path for those divine appointments anytime, at any place, and even if it's a child. Make a difference in their life. Connect with people. And sometimes you don't have to go through all these steps. If you'll just show the love of God in a practical way, pray for those divine appointments, God will use you to change someone's life, to make a difference, and He will use you to be a spiritual entrepreneur. Well, that's it for today. And we will follow up again tomorrow with our next characteristic, which is tenacity. Yes. All right. Thanks. Have a wonderful, blessed day.